Why do 130,000 Israelis want an immediate ceasefire? The answer lies in the urgency of the situation. The streets of Tel Aviv have become a powerful symbol of the people's demand for peace. Because lives hang in the balance and every moment counts. The urgency is not just a political statement, it's a matter of life and death for many families. Saturday night saw the heart of Tel Aviv flooded with 130,000 protesters, all united in their call for peace. The sheer number of people is a testament to the widespread desire for an end to the conflict. Their demand? An immediate ceasefire to bring home loved ones held captive in Gaza, a plea that grows more desperate each day. The emotional weight of their demands is felt throughout the city. Despite massive pressure from the public, Hamas reports no progress in truce talks, leaving many frustrated. The lack of progress only fuels the determination of the protesters. Senior Hamas official Osama Hamdan stated the group is ready to discuss any proposal that ends the near 9-month conflict, but the road ahead is uncertain. The uncertainty adds to the tension and urgency of the situation. Arab mediators, backed by the United States, have yet to secure a deal. Both sides continue to point fingers, deepening the divide. The international community watches closely, hoping for a breakthrough. Hamas insists on a full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, while Israel demands only temporary pauses in fighting, creating a stalemate. The conflicting demands make negotiations incredibly challenging. Families of the captives, speaking outside the defense ministry, issued a heartfelt plea to the government, urging immediate action. Their voices add a deeply personal element to the protests. Do not let Netanyahu sabotage the deal again, one relative urged, highlighting the stakes involved. The criticism of leadership is a recurring theme among the protesters. Continuing the war means killing the hostages at the hands of the Israeli government. The urgency is palpable. The message is clear. The people demand peace. Will the government listen? The world watches and waits. The tension in the air is almost tangible as the protesters continue to make their voices heard. As night falls, the protesters light candles in memory of the victims, turning the streets into a sea of flickering lights. The vigil is a poignant reminder of the human cost of the conflict. Even children are participating, holding signs that call for peace. Families have come together, united in their hope for a better future. The involvement of the younger generation adds a hopeful note to the protests. Musicians and artists have also joined the movement, using their talents to amplify the call for peace. Their performances provide a soundtrack to the protests, adding another layer of emotional resonance. Many protesters share personal stories of loss and suffering, making the abstract concept of peace very real and immediate. The crowd listens intently, moved by the shared experiences. Volunteers distribute food and water to the protesters, showing the strong sense of community and support that underpins the movement. The solidarity among the protesters is evident in these small acts of kindness. Creative expressions of the demand for ceasefire are everywhere, from banners to street art. The creativity on display is a testament to the passion and commitment of the protesters. Religious leaders from various faiths have joined the protest, leading interfaith prayers for peace. Their presence adds a spiritual dimension to the movement, emphasizing the universal desire for an end to the conflict. The protesters chant slogans for peace, their voices rising in unison. The unity of their message is powerful and undeniable. The collective voice of the people is a force to be reckoned with. The march continues towards government buildings, with demonstrators determined to be heard. Their determination is unwavering, and their message is clear. The time for peace is now. Many protesters hold up pictures of their loved ones, making emotional appeals for a ceasefire. The personal stakes are high, and the emotional intensity of the protest is palpable. Some protesters engage in peaceful sit-ins, refusing to leave until their demands are met. Their peaceful resistance is a powerful statement of their commitment to the cause. Messages of hope are written on walls, as the community expresses their desire for peace. These messages serve as a lasting reminder of the collective yearning for an end to the conflict. Protesters form human chains, symbolizing their unity and solidarity. These symbolic acts are a powerful visual representation of their collective strength. Songs of peace fill the air as protesters use music as a form of protest. The melodies and lyrics resonate with the crowd, adding another layer of emotional depth to the movement. As the night deepens, the protesters hold up candles, creating a nighttime vigil for peace. The flickering lights are a poignant symbol of hope and resilience. Acts of solidarity and support are everywhere, as protesters embrace each other and offer words of encouragement. The sense of community is strong and unbreakable. After the protest, many participants stay behind to clean up, demonstrating their commitment to peaceful and respectful demonstration. Their actions speak volumes about the nature of their movement. The planning for future actions begins, as the protesters show their determination to continue the fight for peace. Their resolve is unwavering, and their message is clear. The demand for peace will not be silenced. As the protesters leave the site, there is a sense of hope in the air. They are hopeful that their voices have been heard, and that change is on the horizon. The world watches and waits, as the call for peace continues to echo through the streets of Tel Aviv.